I'm not gonna lie to you. I had to literally pass out after that game yesterday because it was it was something else. It was something else, let's be honest. So with that being said, guys, let's react to the press conference today. As always, I'll have enhanced audio. I will have questions on the screen, all that kind of good stuff. So starting off right away, now that it's been a little bit of time since yesterday, okay? I will say, yes, yesterday obviously sucked. Let's be honest, right? We got our butts kicked, and I know the final score will say otherwise, but that was because Cam Taylor's interception, a 60-yard touchdown, and 2 field goals. But at the end of the day, man, there's a lot of problems with yesterday. There's a lot of problems that we have to work on. But as it always is, it's a long season. It is a long season, and I made a video yesterday about the playoffs, and we are still can make the playoffs. But it definitely sucks, and we have a very tough game Thursday, and we're going to have to really prepare for that game. Because there are situations where we have to, keep winning. And, after beating the 49ers game, you got to keep in mind, guys, we thought we were going to lose to the 49ers, right? And that was kind of understood. And then we beat the 49ers. We thought we could lose to the Bills, and then we beat the Bills. So it's like these are games where the last 2 weeks, we really thought we could lose those games. I guess just because a lot of people thought, myself included, we weren't going to lose this game, it changes things. But reality-wise, it doesn't change anything, right? We thought we were going to lose the other two, and we won. And now, potentially, obviously, not potentially, so we did lose this game. So, it is what it is. Let's go ahead and listen up to what Coach had to say.
Give them a lot of credit. I thought that they played hard. They coached hard. They did a great job. And they ultimately they beat us fair and square, and that was disappointing.
The offense kind of had a stretch where you struggled to get any kind of rhythm after.
Yeah, no rhythm. Just the first down, a lot of 3 and outs. That was just the issue, was just getting that first down and trying to get in some sort of rhythm so we can get some things going, and just weren't able to do that in the first half.
I think was behind so many explosive from your defense today to allow that from Houston?
I thought, they did a good job. They got explosive players. Their quarterback created. A lot of those explosives were extended plays, where he got outside the pocket and found open guys. And so, again, credit to them. They made the plays. Their guys did a great job.
What was the conversation like after the interception from Cam? There down, is there anything that you kind of told the team, or kind of what was the energy like on the sideline as y'all went back out there?
No, it's just getting play called and go score a touchdown.
Which, if you remember that play, the only reason we really scored a touchdown was because of a PI call against them where they pushed our guys, Tanner Hudson, out of bounds in the back corner of the end zone. If not for that play, I don't know if we scored a touchdown there. That's how bad our offense was yesterday. I don't even know if we scored a touchdown in that situation. If we don't get the ball literally at the 3-yard line because of that, because they PI'd against Tanner Hudson, I don't even know if we scored a touchdown there. Our offense was literally that bad yesterday. And, I'll be honest with you, I haven't watched this yet, but I'm going to kind of do speculation, just a little speculation. I don't want to speculate too much. My guess is he's not going to talk about the play calling being the problem. Which, I always say the first way to get better is accountability, but we'll see.
The last drive, the second and 10, or the last drive, the second down draw, was that a check at the line? Was that on the play call?
Yeah, we called several plays, and they emptied the box, and they must have had some good line movement.
And then the third down play, did you like the look he got, just a play the way he didn't make?
Yeah, I mean, that's a play. It doesn't come down to that play. There's plenty of plays over the course of the game that we could have got more points off of. Had some empty drives there, but had a good look at it there.
TV rarely drops passes. Do you say anything to him?
No. Everybody knows, and he's going to put a lot on himself because it was the end of the game. But there's so many opportunities we had over the course of the game. So, all players and coaches, all of us, there's a lot of things that we could have done better, so we weren't in that position.
Did Jamar deal with the back? Did that affect how he was using the game plan all the way, or was he pretty much what was
There were some times, that I wanted to be mindful of that, but his message was just keep using me.
What's it like when you hear that from one of your top players?
That's good. I feel like he had a good mindset coming into the game, wanted to compete, wanted to help our team. He certainly did that today. And so it's any time that you get a guy like Jamar out there on the field, it raises the entire team, raises the whole stadium, and so I was proud of him for fighting through that and coming out there today and making some big plays for us.
I'm actually surprised too, because I truly thought this. I thought they were going to use him as a decoy. I thought what they were going to do was kind of use him to stretch the field to keep the defense honest, so that they had to go, respect the deep ball. And I thought that's what they were going to do. And ironically enough, one of our touchdowns was a 60-yard deep ball down the field. So it's exactly what I thought we were going to do, was just use him as decoy. But instead, we actually did throw him a couple passes in that game. And I think the real reason why is because we kind of got desperate. Like no one else was getting open, or the play calls weren't working. So we were like, you know what? We have to get the ball to somebody here. Well, get the ball to our boy here, Jamar Chase, to see what he can do with the ball. Even if he's hurt, I mean, it's better than nothing.
Zach, these last 3 years, familiar spot for you guys, 5-4, got to have a game on deck. What's your message to the team this week?
Just we got to focus on a big one this Thursday.
What enabled the offense to kind of find some, after kind of being ineffective early?
First downs, just getting a first down. That was just a lot of 2nd and 8s, a lot of first down, 2-yard gains, 2nd and 8. Find ourselves in tough third downs. So just getting that first down allowed us to open it up and get going.
What makes their offense so tough to contain?
They got a lot of playmakers. They do a good job with the scheme. Their quarterback is not playing like a rookie. So I think you got to give credit to everybody involved in that. That's, again, coaching staff, all units of their players. They play very disciplined, and they play with a lot of confidence.
That's what I will say, and I said it all day during the stream, and I'll say it again. Listen, guys, CJ Stroud is going to be the rookie of the year. At the end of the year, he's going to be the rookie of the year, one of the best rookies. He's not playing like a rookie, though. If you watch him play throughout his week so far, look at that Buccaneers game at the very end of the game. This guy's playing like he's a 4 or 5 year veteran. He's playing at a very high level, and I'm not trying to say it in any way that, then we should have lost. No, we shouldn't have lost. We still should have beat him. But at the end of the day, this is not like we're playing a bum team. A lot of people acted like yesterday we were playing the worst team in football, a trash team, and like, oh, how do you lose to a trash team like that? No, we lost to a really good team, a team that right now is in the playoff picture, right now who has the rookie of the year at quarterback. Yes, they had injuries. Yes, they had problems, with their injury report, but it doesn't matter, though. At the end of the day, they are still a really great team we lost to. And it sucks because we lost on offense, we lost on defense, we lost on special teams. It was like almost as bad as the Titans game in the aspect of how much we lost, except the Titans game, we showed nothing. At least from this game, we did show some resilience and some fight back and some, actual willingness to try to win. So I will say it's better for the Titans game for that said reason.
Interceptions late by Burrow there, kind of pushing the ball. Second one certainly was aggressive throw. Were you kind of saying, let's try to, time's going down, let's try to be a little more aggressive, or is that just a learning point there?
It's the last one is hard. That's on the one area of the field I can't see what's going on there. So we'll have to watch the tape and see how it went there.
Zach, you don't usually see against your defense receivers running as open as they were today. What did you see from the sideline?
I thought they did a good job with their calls, getting their guys in really good position. And some of those were extended plays, where guys stick with him when he's running naked to the left and he's coming back to the right and throwing across his body, and some things you don't see very often. And it provided them with some open receivers.
How did Jamar's limitations and also no T make that kind of unique preparation for this game from a game plan?
It's just playing ball in the NFL, week 9, whatever week it is. That's just the way it goes. Some guys are going to be able to practice a lot. Some guys aren't. I didn't think anything felt too unique. Our guys behind Jamar were ready to go, and so those guys welcomed the opportunity, and we were ready to use them.
Defensively, did you feel at any point that the defense was trying to make too many big plays, punch the ball out rather than just make the tackle?
No, I think that's kind of what Houston's done a good job of lately. They've been explosive, and their guys are playing with a lot of confidence.
Is the fact that Trey Hendrickson walked off on his own power and encouraged?
I don't know yet. I don't know. It was his last play out there, so remains to be seen. Okay, thank you.
What's going through?
Before we get into the whole Joe interview here, I mean, listen, I kind of expected that, in all honesty, with the whole, we lost the game, right? I didn't expect Zach to really show up there, say, you know, hey, listen, this happened, this happened, this happened, this was a problem, this problem, this problem, right? Some coaches will say that. If you watch Dan Campbell, for example, he's very much open to, you know, kind of going through and say, hey, this is where we messed up. This is what we need to work on. This is how things need to get better. And he's very open to that, right? Zach and Burrow, actually, I will say, they're always very, like, quiet. They don't really talk to reporters when we lose. When we win, they talk to reporters. When we lose, they're very quiet. Kind of just doesn't answer the questions, really. Kind of dips and dodges the questions. And that's not a shot at them. That's just saying that's just how it works. And it makes sense. I mean, you lose, right? Your team's already down morale. You don't want to, you know, add on to it by talking to the media and saying some things that, you know, might make them look bad, and the reporters now start asking questions to them because, again, reporters always want a story. But I will say is that it's kind of what I expected going into this. I wasn't expecting Zach to really give us any insight or say, like, hey, this is what I feel like, you know, things went wrong. This is what I feel like we need to work on and stuff like that. And again, like I said, shout out to coaches who do that. I know John Harbaugh does that. I know, obviously, like I said before, I said Ron Rivera. I meant to say Kneecaps boy. What's Kneecaps boy? Dan Campbell. But yeah, so there's a lot of coaches that do that. But at the same time, it is what it is. We'll see what Joe says, and I feel like Joe's just going to say over and over again execution. So every time he says execution, guys, we take a drink, and that's... I'm joking.
Right now.
Tough loss. Thought we were going to be able to pull it out. You know, didn't make enough plays at the end of the day. You know, they played really well. It's disappointing.
Looks like the offense got a good rhythm on that first drive, and then struggled to find it after that. What kind of led to the inconsistent there?
Have to see the tape.
Joe, the interception in the end zone, we can trying to make a play. Is that when you obviously want to have it back? What did you see there?
Yeah, just trying to make plays. Obviously wasn't able to make that one, but yeah.
What I see there is the fact that we should have ran the ball in that situation in the red zone, the 5-yard line, instead of throwing the football. That's what I saw. Is that, again, I said this in my other videos, I'll say it again. There's it's like, for some reason, right, we do a great job at most of the time at situational football. You're in the red zone, you're in a situation, run the ball, right? Throw short passes, whatever. But then there's sometimes we just absolutely crap the bed and we forget, you know, how to do any of that. And that's what happened in this game. I mean, you had 2 red zone trips that were both interceptions. And both of these interceptions, I guess one was technically not red zone yet. It was almost red zone. Second one was a red zone trip. And it's just like both times you just force a pass. Right, one was overthrown intended for Tanner Hudson. The other one was just forcing a pass for no reason. And it doesn't work out, right? And you look at it and you're like, oh, what happened here? Well, we should have ran the ball, and we didn't run the ball. At the end of the game, with 3 minutes, with a minute to go in the game, 2 minutes to go in the game, we get sacked on the first play within a second. Second play, we throw an incomplete pass, and third play, we run Joe Burrow for second play, we ran Joe Burrow. Third play, we threw a touchdown to Tyler Boyd where he dropped. So it's like, that's a situational awareness. Why is that your play calls in that game? Why is your play calls to go out there and say, okay, well, first down, we're not going to run the ball to Joe Mixon. Second down, we're not going to run the ball to Joe Mixon. Third down, we're not going to run the ball to Joe Mixon. It's just stupid play calls. Those are stupid play calls, period.
Is the mentality change when you're down 10 that late to try to push the ball down the field a little bit more?
Yeah, absolutely. And you got to try to make plays in that situation. We'll watch the tape.
Tyler's obviously proven. You've thrown him plenty of passes, has a good drop there. Do you say anything to him? Is the approach the same with Tyler?
We wouldn't have even been down there if it wasn't for him. So, obviously, like to come down with it, but we were able to go down and tie it up. Like to punch it in, make him go down and score a touchdown in that situation, but we were able to tie it up.
Joe, you're going to have to put this one behind you faster than normal, given what's ahead on Thursday night. What's your confidence in your team's ability to do that?
Yeah, we have to. So, got to get our bodies right. that's the toughest part of these Thursday night games. So it starts now.
This is probably one of the more frustrating losses we've had.
Yeah, I would say that.
It seemed like you were having to run out of the pocket a lot more than you have in the last couple of weeks. What was Houston doing up front that made you be under duress so much?
Yeah, I knew going in that they had a really good defensive front. They have some juice up front. And so after that first half, I was going into the second half thinking I was going to scramble a little bit more, try to make some plays with my legs, and made some.
Why is it so?
Yeah, because our line sucked. That's a lot of the reason why, because our offensive line absolutely blew in that game, and offensive line could not block anybody. I can't wait to see the grades, because this has to be the worst offensive line performance we've had all year long. And yeah, he had to run a lot because our offensive line was so bad. And it's what it is.
Frustrating.
When you watch the game.
See, what you see on the touchdown in Jamar, it looked like he kind of changed his route when he saw you scrambling.
Yeah, he did a great job there. That's scramble drill for us. That's turns into big plays, big touchdowns in those situations. He does a great job of that every single time. That's a big play.
On the final drive, what did you see on the first down sack and the second down draw? You didn't like it good.
Yeah, I thought, we had a good look at the draw. Didn't end up playing. I'll have to watch the tape. Not sure if they stunted up front or not. That usually can mess those draws up. The one before that, I'm not quite sure.
What did they do defensively after that first drive? You guys got off to another good start, which has been a theme, and then obviously it wasn't the same after that.
Yeah, it was. It was tough all day. They're a good defense, veteran guys, veteran linebackers, and some really good safeties that make it tough. Like I said, their defensive front has some juice and is able to get pressure on teams. They're a good defense, and they were able to slow us down in that first half after that first drive, and that first drive definitely wasn't easy. We were able to make some plays on that one and get some points, and then after that in the first half wasn't much. But I like how we responded.
This team's been in a familiar spot like this 3 straight years in a row, with a 5-4 record at least. What's the mood and the tone and just the messaging coming out of a game like this?
Yeah, we gotta step it up. We gotta be better. Today wasn't good enough. Simple as that.
Even at points during the win streak y'all have had, there have been times where the offense has kind of been choppy at times. I mean, is that something that has been concerning, especially as it kind of shows up again today?
Yeah. You always want to play a complete game. And I thought we put ourselves in position to win that one. Obviously you'd like to score every time. That's not the reality of the NFL. I thought we did some really good things. Obviously some things that we can do better too.
What did you see out of Jamar today, playing with the back issues? Zach said he made it a point to kind of give him the ball as much as he could. What did you say about him to be able to kind of play through that with T.I.?
Yeah, he's grinding it out. That's football. If he feels like he's good enough to go, he's going to go. That's the kind of guy he is. Not much else to say.
All right, so let me just break this down and how I feel about this. Okay, so again, these press conferences, in my opinion, right, after we lose especially, it's a nothing burger. It's a nothing burger at the end of the day. Because it's really, there's not much they can say, let's be honest, right? There's not much you can really go out there and say, because at the end of the day, it's a loss of a loss, right? There's no way you can summarize, justify, or say anything with a loss, right? I will say, though, to the context of, I like Joe speaking a little bit better than Zach Taylor. I just feel like Zach Taylor doesn't answer anything. He kind of just dipped and dodges questions. But I will say, for the context of, Joe, he definitely answers a little bit more than Zach Taylor does. But, yeah, it's still a difficult spot to be put in. And it is what it is, man. I hate to say that, but it is what it is at the end of the day, And normally we have a week to get ready for the next game, but we play Thursday. So it is a, switch go around, right? And we have the Ravens, who just lost to the Browns, where they choked the end of the game and let the Browns come back 2 tutties and win the game with a field goal. And we lost, obviously, in an awful game. So we're both, pissed off going into this next game, and we're just going to have to continue to get better and continue to work on everything. So, comment down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys next one. Peace out.